Alright, so there was this thing that I saw on Facebook a few weeks ago that kind of frustrated me, and I sometimes I kind of think about a few things once in a while, but you know as I mentioned before, and I'll say it again, I'm a female to male transgender person, and due to the fact that due to the fact that I identify as male, there was a time where a lot of people knew me as female and knew me by a different name, and so on and so forth. Anyways, I have been, coerced into having sex several times. But due to that, from what I've understand from the research I've done, being raped can cause one of three reactions, and that would be one, never wanting to have sex again, two, becoming hypersexual, which basically, you end up having sex more often than you used to, and three, trying to shove it away into a dark corner and trying to pretend like you're normal and bottling it up until nothing, until basically explodes in your face. Anyways, I became hypersexual, and I don't quite remember how many people I've slept with, so, but there's some complications that can come from being hypersexual, and especially being, having a vagina that could be can have complications as well, from having being hypersexual as well. Anyways, the complications that you can get from being hypersexual can range from getting an STD/STI, or if you're lucky enough to not end up getting an STD/STI, if you're lucky enough, you could end up getting bacterial vaginosis if you happen to have the female parts down there, which is something that I ended up getting, and I've tried getting it treated, and I dealt with vigorous treatment for months and months on end, over 6 months worth of treatments, and finally the realization hit me that it's not going away. But seeing the messages, on my news feed of, the thing where, girl, if your snatch stinks, sort of thing, you got more problems, and so on and so forth. Basically the equivalent of, you're a slut if you're stinks, and so on and so forth. And it just, it's just one of those things of, I feel like, you can get bacterial vaginosis from, having sex once. You can get bacterial vaginosis if even if you don't have it, you can get bacterial vaginosis from just, from just cleaning down there. Hi Norma. Hi. But, I mean, basically, I feel, because I've done the research on certain things, when it comes to bacterial vaginosis, and fact of the matter is I feel that people want to slut shame, and it irritates the hell out of me because there are so many reasons for your body to smell. There are so many reasons for this, that, or the other thing, and bacterial vaginosis can be caused by several different things, and it's not just, being slutty or other things, and hypersexuality is a cause for bacterial vaginosis, but on the same token, it is, bacterial vaginosis can be caused from douching, cleaning yourself up down there with a douche. It can be caused from several different things, and it pisses me off so much when people want to slut shame, and it's like, you know what, there's no reason for it. There's none, and it aggravates me so much because it's like, we want to make women feel so bad for sleeping around, and we want to make them feel so bad, and it's like, no, they're just because a woman stinks down there doesn't mean that it's their fault that they smell bad down there. It's not your fault for smelling bad down there, that you smell like fish down there, because hypersexuality can be caused from sexual abuse, or you could have bacterial vaginosis because you douched down there. There's no, like, it pisses me off so much, and like, I get so mad when I see comments like that over the internet, and I know I got bacterial vaginosis from sleeping around, but that's because of having hypersexuality due to sexual abuse. But I know that, the bacterial vaginosis can be caused from any number of things. And I mean, even virgins can end up getting bacterial vaginosis. It's not an STD. It's not an STI. They don't know the exact cause of bacterial vaginosis. And it smells like you got fish down there. And it just upsets me that I see things like that. And I actually went off on someone on their newsfeed, on their wall, because they said, well, they posted something like that, and I was like, okay, I'm just done for the day. Anyways, I felt like venting because I saw another comment like that on Facebook, and I was like, no, I just felt like grumbling about it, because it's like, this has been a problem I've dealt with for over 2 years now, and anybody who happens to have the female parts can end up having bacterial vaginosis, and it can be caused by any number of reasons, not just you slept around. And I mean, yes, mine's from sleeping around, but it's not an STD, it's not an STI, it's just an overgrowth of bacteria in my hoo-ha. So, well, that's about it. Anyways, have a nice day, guys. I'll see you around.